Alright, so I've been driving with the Garmin DriveSmart 76 for a little bit now. I have some observations. And yes, you're looking at the DriveSmart 65 right now, not the 76. There's a reason for that, and I'll get into that right now. Alright. So, alright, first, the 65 does have a slight legibility advantage. And it's for one reason, and you're seeing it right now. No, not the map, the font. These fonts, everywhere you look, all of these fonts, even on the map, it is a, if you remember the font Verdana for Windows, this is, I believe that's the font being used here. Either that or Trebuchet MS. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, point is that this font is a little rounder, a little wider, and yeah, you even, oh, I'm glad that this showed up. It even shows it on the junction view images. So, strictly speaking, for font, the 65 is slightly better than the 76. And the 76 uses an Arial style font. I thought it was Helvetica at first. Like, no. All you have to do is look at the small letter A, and you'll see, okay, that's Arial. That is, or an Arial-like font that is not Apple's Helvetica, which is okay. That's fine. I don't get that that nitpicky about about that sort of thing. But anyway, however, the 76 screen is slightly brighter than this, enough to where I can notice. I'm like, because I have the 76. I've been driving around with it. It works really well. Okay, good. But today, I said, you know what? I'm going to put the 65 in the car. I'm going to drive with it. See how this one does. The performance is about the same, but today here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, it is in lower 50 degrees outside. Not too cold out. Not really cold at all compared to some other parts of the country currently, but at this time of year, especially in December. But anyway, so I put the 65 in the car, and it's a bright, sunny day. Bright, sunny day. So, okay, 65, put in the car, let's go. Moment I get on the road, looking at the screen, I'm like, this is why I don't use the 65. It is slightly dimmer compared to the 76 and 66, mind you. So the 66 and 76 got a bump for brightness. But here is the interesting thing, is that I've also in the past, I don't own one now, owned a DriveSmart 55. That one in particular, screen brightness, totally good. Totally good. No problem. And that's the 65 and a smaller version, 5.5 inch, whatever it is. It's an edge-to-edge model. Kind of, I think part of I'm trying to remember why did I get rid of it. I think it's because it ran too hot. Might have been that. I don't remember. I'm not saying, if you have one, I'm not saying get rid of it. If it works for you, stick with it. But yeah, I don't remember why I parted with it, but I had a reason. Anyway, so yeah, I put the 65 in the car, and I used it for a whole trip. I said, okay, let's get on the highway. Let's see how she does. The performance was not in question. Performance was fine, as it always is. The 65 is a fantastic model. Fantastic. It has, in fact, a legibility advantage because it's got, the larger font. And it's a Verdana-ish looking font compared to the 66 and 76 with the Arial-ish looking font. Okay, but even with that font legibility advantage, with the brightness not as good, it kind of negates that. So what's interesting about that is that this would be better as a night driver compared to being a day driver. I mean, for those of you that own 65s, same thing I said about the 55. If it works for you, no, don't junk it. Keep it. If it works, just keep running with it. But I just bought the 76, and I also own this, same screen size, 6.95 inch diagonal, same, okay. But yeah, so 76, okay, good. But then when I went to this, yeah, instantly I saw that the brightness being not as good. And I have to admit, there was another thing. It's a little bit embarrassing to admit this. I am totally used to the way the 66 and the 76 do voice commands. I like it better. I totally like it better. The 65 was the last one that used the old style. Well, this one, if I say, okay, Garmin, okay, down, up, come on, up, exit, there we go. But the thing is, I cannot command it, like, if I say, like, I'll try this right now. Okay, Garmin, take me to the library. Nothing. Exit. If I did that same thing on the 66 or the 76, it would search library, find it, and say, is this what you want? I say yes, and off I go. There are nice little shortcuts, so to speak, with the 66 and the 76, and I'm assuming the 86 as well, that are just, oh man. And like, I'm embarrassed to say I am totally hooked on it. I'm like, You gotta understand most of the time I will just manually punch in what I need to do. But when I do need to use the voice, when I do, the 76, 66, 76, yeah, it's just better. It just is. Like, oh man. Well, anyway, that's some observations so far. Yeah, 65 still fantastic. If you've got one, don't get rid of it. It's really nice. But I had said in my 76 video, it's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I think I will.